So I started recording here. So we're also streaming it in YouTube. That way, for those who missed, it will be useful as well. In a few seconds, I'm just setting it up. Oh, I started recording. All right, welcome. Happy morning, happy Sunday here. Yeah, February 11, 2024. Wow, it just felt like the year just started, right? 2024. Already 1 month, 10 days have gone. Yeah, so to make the rest of the days or the best of the days in our 2024, we are all committing ourselves here. So this is Mahendiran. Hope many of you know me, and for those who may not know me, just to give a very brief intro. This is Mahendiran Periyasamy. I'm currently living near London, Northern Virginia, very close to Washington DC, and so welcome to this weekly bootcamp series, right? So we have been doing daily programs, actually speaking, more than weekly. I can call it as a daily. And every day morning, like we have an initiative called the Wake Up USA movement. Yeah. And how we can really make people to get up early and then, would say that, how we can say to live a happy, healthy, harmonious, abundant, and freedom lifestyle, right? And how we can really wake up healthy, wake up happy, wake up wealthy, wake up abundant, wake up freedom, in all aspects of life, how we can really wake up. So it's been more than 440 plus days of consistently, we have been doing it. And a few of you have already been part of it, welcome. And so this is a kind of little surprise session, that's why you're not intimate in advance. I'm sure it would be useful. So I'm also live streaming this particular session. Yeah, of course there are a couple of areas in our life when we want to look at it, especially many of us are from, or almost all of us are here, whomever is present here are living in a different country, and we have a comparatively lesser support system, like in India. At least we'll have our family, and we have especially the grandparents, and it's a kind of very supportive environment. There are more people to support here, right? So whereas when we live here, and we'll have our own kind of challenges, and how we can really take care of our other needs at the same time, running the life, and taking the best care of in all areas of our life, right? So when I say all areas of our life, I call it as a high five, right? So give a high five, yeah, high five. And when I say that, mental health, physical health, relationship health, prosperity health, and legendary health, how we can really take the best care of our life. So that's how this, as part of our Grow with Hopes and Dreams. I mean, I've been doing a lot of philanthropic initiatives here, and one such initiative is the Helping Roots, and we have how we can really be supportive to each other. And we also have a clubhouse environment, whereas there are about 9,000 people who are following minimum, and we've conducted more than 2,000 plus sessions, everyday sessions, and all are free. And just to create more and more awareness to the people, and at the same time how we can do. And also we have weekly book breakthrough sessions. A few of you are already part of our sessions, weekly sessions, daily sessions, and a lot of activities are going on. So long story short, and I'm just temporarily muting you, but we'll just feel free to unmute and speak anytime. We want to make this very, very interactive. Yeah. So today, yeah, last week we did a special workshop on, how the goal setting, goal getting, how we can really make this 2024 as the best year ever, right? And what are the different ingredients we need to be ready with, how we can really prepare ourselves, what's the kind of right mindset to approach it, and how we can really set the goal. Yeah, and a lot of tiny little as well as very, very powerful, simple yet powerful tools we have learned. So those who want to go explore it, feel free to go. I'll post this in a YouTube link also here, and I can just go subscribe towards and listen to those recordings. So I'll also be recording this particular one. The reason I chose this particular topic. I believe it's always, parenting is a very, very most essential topic for any type of the life, I can say, because when the kid is born and raised, yeah, the parent also is born and raised. How many of you agree? Yeah, give me one thumbs up. Yeah, so let's make it interactive, right? So just give me through thumbs ups and comments, and just answer through the chat. Yeah, and just type excited if you are really excited for this session. Yeah, let's bring some sort of what to say. I call it as a kind of, we want to continue challenging our mind in a way that when we add the enthusiasm to it, energy to it, right, the agility to it, so we'll be able to get the most out of it. Yeah. So let us just get involved in this. Yeah. Let me just see. Let's just support, greet each other. Just everybody say hello, hello, hello. Yeah. We can start with that. Hi, hello. Yeah. Yes, just put it in the chat or just give you one thumbs up here. Yeah. So that way we'll make it. Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Awesome. Good, good, good. Let the chat really flow. Yeah. Let it really flow so that all of us just get connected with us here, and also how we can really beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Thanks for those thumbs up. Thanks for those messages. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. So there's one thing, we say that engagement is equal to transformation. The more and more we get engaged, the more and more transformation can happen. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. So today's topic, why it is really, really important, right? This is parenting and emotional well-being. Yeah. So I'm also kind of a founder for our local. I mean, it's a US-wide network. It's on the autism awareness related, as well as the special need kids. There are a lot of parenting related. I think few of you would have come from that also. And we conduct a lot of sessions, the awareness sessions. In addition to that, we did multiple parenting workshops, parenting boot camps, something similar to it, both in audio environment as well as in video environments. And we also had a separate relationship mastery where parenting also is one of the topics we discussed there. And the reason today we take this particular one, parenting and emotional well-being, because the emotion is one thing which is really driving people really crazy, or the emotion which can really make people to bring out the best. You all agree? Yeah. Yeah. Type emotion. Emotion means like energy in motion. Yeah. And where we really focus on something, yeah, the energy flows. When the energy flows, everything grows, everything glows, I can say, right? And the focus on the right emotion is very, very important. Yeah. So the emotion, we can treat it, we can look at it into two different categories. Yeah. One emotion, which are kind of disempowering emotions. There are certain emotions which are really empowering emotions. Like the energy in motion, energy, the way we really supply, the way we really focus, and then depends on that, it can either elevate you or which can pull you down. Yeah. And what sort of energy we all want to be in? Yeah. Yes, we want to be in that kind of high level, right? Just type HCL, yeah, high level emotions. How we can really keep up in that high level of emotions, and especially as a parent, it's not an easy task, right? We all know that because we didn't come as a certified parent. There's no school which is teaching us, or there's no any formal education of how you need to be a parent, right? So it's always it's evolved from generation to generation, and then pass on to the next. And one thing is, parenting is a responsibility. Type responsibility, just R, type R here, right, in the chat box. Means it's a huge responsibility. How many of you agree? Parenting is a huge responsibility in a way that we being in when we look at this world, right, this globe, yeah, just this earth as a globe, right, when we look at it, how old it is, it's almost 4.3 plus billion years old. Yeah. And in that billion years old, there are multiple living beings, multiple species. Yeah. So there is a statistics which says that there are about 185,000 types of species the scientists have really categorized, yeah, the different types of species. And among all those species, there is one particular type. It's called human being. Yeah, that means there are so many other types. Just type wow in case if it is a kind of wow. And among all these different living beings, and again, there are still many living beings, types or categories have not been really explored yet. If you look at it, so what do you think? Like the sea living beings are higher in number, or maybe the earth living, maybe okay. So ocean also is part of the earth. We cannot really exclude it. But is it really on the land? The living beings and the land is higher on the number. What do you all think? Yeah. Yes. Land is higher. Okay. How many of you think the ocean would be higher? Because there are about more than 71% of water, or 71 to 72%, they say, right? Yes, water, right? That means there are a lot of things. See, leaving that aside, parenting is parenting. Yeah, whether it is for animals or birds or human being, yeah, parenting is the parenting, right? So there are so many things, where we can really learn from other beings also. How many of you agree? Yeah, that from the birds, from the animals, from other beings also we can learn. Yeah, but how human being is different from all other species type? Yeah, that's the question, right? I want to just ask to all of you, how human being is different from all other being. Yeah, any thought? Yes, friends. Yeah, let's make it really interactive. Yeah, there's one. There are a couple of differentiators, but I will just talk about it. But it is one major differentiation between all other living beings and human being. The all other living beings are pre-programmed. Yeah, even human being also are pre-programmed, but still with human being we are reprogrammable. Hi-fi, yeah, just type RP, reprogrammable. So we'll be able to reprogram ourselves in a way that so we'll be able to build our own houses. Of course, the birds also build their own nest, and the fishes also have their own, or the ants can build their own houses. Yeah, and there are exceptions, but the majority of the living beings are pre-programmed. They just come, reproduce, and live their life, and create a good ecosystem, right? In the eco model, whereas it's really balancing out so beautifully. And there is a beautiful study. Maybe there's a TEDx talk also on that. In the Yellowstones, yeah. Any of you have been? I mean, how many of you have been to Yellowstones? Just give one thumbs up. Yeah. Or you heard about it, or have been there? Just type of been there. Yeah. Yes, give one thumbs up in Yellowstones. Yeah. So there was a sudden challenge in Yellowstone, whereas that eco imbalance happened. Okay. Then there was a study that they identified and then really brought this wolf there. And then after bringing that wolf, and then it started rebalancing that complete ecosystem. The same way, after the human beings started evolving, yeah, and then you could see that there's so much of differences has happened, right? So in that, definitely just on a fun note, I'm just saying it, right? So the creator created us to create something. Yeah, what is that? We create kids. Yes, hi-fi. Yeah, of course we do the reproduction as a human being, similar to all other living beings. But is it alone parenting? Yeah, is it alone parenting? No, right? So the parenting is lot beyond that. It's a huge responsibility. Yeah, and in that huge responsibility, and where it really makes a huge difference is the emotion plays a very big role, because the choice of our emotions is like how we can really choose. There are certain basic elements that we human being need to be completely aware of it, and completely take charge of that, completely own it. Yeah, and then take charge of those things. So what do you all think that these are the foundational? I mean, there are some existing students, you may just be you can respond a little later after our newbies response to it. What are the basic essentials of the human being? What do you all think? Just type here in the chat box. Yeah, what do we all need? Yeah, you can even choose everyone, rather responding to me. Yeah, just choose everyone. The love, Yeah. Everybody needs love, deserves love, loving and lovable. Yeah. And then peace. Yeah. To be at peace and then sharing this peace. Yeah. And then what else? Strength, the bliss, the happiness. Yeah. The joy or the healthy way of being. These are the basic essential that only when I am healthy, when I am really loving, lovable, only when I am able to be happy, then we'll be able to bring the best out of us. Yeah, the same way for human being, the emotion plays a very, very big role. And when that emotion is really built, installed very, very strongly, much younger age. Yeah, there is a study in the brain development. Yeah, the major brain development, of course, right from when the baby is in mommy's tummy, when it started absorbing right the characteristics of mom and so as dad. Not just that, even at least there is a study that it has a major influence on at least 7 generations at mother's side, like above means like mom's mom and dad, and their moms and dad. I mean, the kind of branches out, at least some 7 generations of impact will be there in each and every kid, it seems. The same way from dad's mom and dad, their mom and dad, then their 7 layers, right? At least. And then the baby is really formed, and then mom depends on her moods and needs and the various ways of her emotions, her food, her environment. Yeah, all those also play a big role. That's why in other old tradition, they even let mom to be at mom's mom place, where it's a kind of little complete rest, and anything the pregnant lady asks for, it is granted. Yeah, pre-granted, pre-approved. Yeah, that's how we have always been in that. So in a way that basically you're creating an environment for the baby, in a way that the baby is really coming out really super healthy, fit and happy, and with the right and good emotions, right? So and then there are a lot of environment factor. I'm not going to talk much about it, but I'll just. And then once the baby is coming out, yeah, then there's a very huge environment is just around us, right? There's a Chinese proverb which says so beautifully, it needs that entire village or the entire community or the entire world to raise a kid. Yeah. So even though the Chinese proverb says that entire village means it's a community. It's a huge, right? So when the baby is going out, it's not just the parent of immediate blood side, blood related parents' responsibility for the kid. It's about any kid whom you see, teach, inquire, just smile at, or just greet. We make some sort of one or other direct or indirect impacts on the kids. How many of you agree? Just type agree, yeah, in the chat box. Yeah, you agree? Yeah, means it's everybody's responsibility. Even then, parents' responsibility is really, really higher, in a way that as a parent, it's they also have the emotions. Yeah, they also have the emotions. Even they also have been a kid in their mom's tummy. Yeah, even they have gone through that internal environment as well as external environment. Yeah, and when they come out, the kind of feedback system, whatever that environment is bringing in, right? So we as a human being, and with all our 5 senses, we collect multiple inputs from there, and then that inputs are really making the kids life, right? Either positively or negatively creating some impact. Yeah. Now I wanted to just say, so today's topic is more on a kind of little awareness session, but the more deeper also will go in future, and also those who stay tuned, and we're going to do a lot of you can just be part of it in the future sessions. But at least a couple of things I want to say, that each of you just post your own responses, yeah, about what are the emotions which are very, very important for you. Yeah, when I said that there are 2 types of emotions, right? Empowering emotions, disempowering emotions. We'll first talk about the empowering emotions. What are the empowering emotions which you expect from your loving ones? Let me even start with from your own spouse, your own siblings or parents. What are the positive emotions which you are looking for? Yeah, type in the chat box. Let's see. Or just talk it out too. Yeah, unmute and say. Just give me a couple of emotions. So you want, or you expect dash. What could be the dash? Come on, let's make it really interactive, useful. At least you want someone to talk to. Yeah. At least you want people, yeah, to love and affection. Super Jaya, high five. Yeah. So what are the other emotions? You want people non-judgmental. Yeah. How many of you don't want you to be judged? Yeah. High five. You want people to be understanding. Okay. Yeah. Come on. Keep them giving. Keep them coming. Yeah. And you want them to be authentic. You want them to be fun-filled. You want them to respect. What are the other things you want? You want them to be honest, supportive. Yep. Be helpful. It'll be good if you can select everyone, rather just send it to me. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And work together. Be friendly. Awesome. Yeah. Be friendly. So these are the things what we expect from others. Yeah. And how about the kids? The children also are expecting certain emotions. Basically, they are also getting the feed of those emotions, and we want to really feed them the right emotions, which are really empowering emotions. The words which empowers them, or the feeling which they empower them. Yeah, be open. Yeah, be open in relationship. High five. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, it's very, very important, right? Open, being transparent, being authentic, being very expressive in a way that you are really being. There are two things. Okay, what are let's also address this, but let's not go more deeper, but at least what are the disempowering emotions which you don't want in your relationship? Yeah. It can be in any relationship, maybe between the spouses, or between your siblings, or between your friends, between your neighbors. What are the disempowering belief which you don't want? That disempowering emotions. Yeah, let me come back to the belief later. Yeah, anger. Yeah, anger is one thing which is going to spoil both the one who throws it, the one who receives. Yeah, high five. How many of you agree? Yeah. More importantly, yeah, there's a that anger is the one first it burns the one who is throwing, like it's treated as a fire. So there is one Tirukural which says that I'll also translate sinam ennum சேர்ந்தாரை கொள்ளி. What it means is the anger is something like a fire which first burns the hand which is holding it. Yeah, then only the next. Yeah, negative environment. Yeah, yes, Hari. Yes, Balamani. Yeah, finding faults only. Yeah, always finding the fault is another thing, which is really spoiling or troubling. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, so keep them coming. So how these emotions play a big role, and many times these emotions can be expressed through multiple ways. Yeah, and words is one way. Yeah, that's why words are very, very powerful. Words, the same word can either empower someone or disempower someone. Yeah, we want to be very watchful about it. And the same way, there are a number of things. And what happens? All these positive emotions. Let me first say a secret. Yeah, how many of you want to know the secret? Type secret. Yeah, in the chat box. It's really a secret. I'm going to say a secret. Yeah. Let me get at least one or two feedback. I mean, responses. Then I'll say. Yeah. But this will really blow your mind. This will really, get, okay, secret. Yes, Balamani. Yes, Hari. Yeah, beautiful. High five. Yeah. So the secret about emotion is all emotions are lies. True lies. What, Mahendiran? What are you saying? This is not really, really happening. How are you saying it's all lies, right? It's a lie because it's a manufactured one. When you say manufactured one, you can create. It's not always what you get. It's also about what you can create. If you can create, like I said, yeah, we human being, even though we come as a pre-program, we are reprogrammable. When we can reprogram, we can completely reprogram this disempowering emotions to a empowering emotion. When there is a sadness, there is also happiness. Yeah, So what is the opposite word for fear, for example? Yeah, fear is one disempowering emotion. How many of you agree? Yeah, high five. Fear can also empower. If you look at the way, fear also has an opportunity for you. Yeah, if you agree, give me a thumbs up. Yeah, fear also has a hidden opportunities to improve or to learn, or there's some sort of treasure which is really inside. Yeah, yes, Balani, high five. Yeah. So the same way, everything has a positive effect as well as negative effect. Yeah, means it's called law of polarity. Type law, LOP. Yeah, law of polarity. The polarity, which means if there is a dark, there is also brightness. If there is a night, there is also daytime. When there is sadness, there is also happiness. So that always, every emotion has some both side of the life, and we want to just see depends on which one we wanted to choose, which one we wanted to create. Then you say that, Mahendiran, you are saying that emotions are lies, true lies. Then how is it possible? I mean, what are you going to say that, when I am really affected by those emotions? Yeah. Because what happened, I'll tell you, when the parents are affected with their emotions, in case if their emotional well-being is not really taken care, that one is easily passed on to those kids. How many of you agree? Yeah. So the more victims who are really affected by those emotions are the kids. You agree? Yeah. Yeah. I hope others also agree. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. There's a very huge impact that, those emotions will play a role in their kids, not just their kids. We have been kids some time ago, right? Or several decades ago. And we also got, received those, from our parents or from the society or from our neighbors or from our, relatives. So the lot of emotions have always been passed, because the human being has got, and I'll also say, from the law of attraction perspective, also I'll say, because the human body has more than 70% of water element. Water element is always attracting. Yeah. That's why, why human beings are more emotional, because we are emotional because of the kind of, receptivity. But if we really learn how to really manage, balance that receptivity, we'll be able to come out of it super well. That is called, there are always two things, right? Reactive or responsive. Yeah, type R and R. Yeah. So if you are really reactive person, that means the emotion will just come. That emotion, that reaction will be attractive element of all negative vibration, negative emotions, negative disempowering emotions. Yeah, because the reaction will, if one person is anger, this person, you are also anger. Yeah, we call it as a thermometer mindset. What is thermometer mindset? The thermometer is just going to show the temperature as it is. Yeah, whatever the temperature is outside, inside, in case if you don't keep your regulator, or if you're not keeping your heater on or AC on, then it's just going to show the same, right? Then there's something called thermostat mindset. Yeah. Then the thermostat, what it happens is, it is going to keep its own temperature. If you're really responsive person, yeah, you're really responding, not reacting, then what happened? Then you would be able to keep a thermostat for you. Then you keep a temperature in what temperature is good for me. So there's nothing called it's a bad weather. Many times are just blaming weather. Weather cannot be blamed. Yeah. Maybe the person who blame can be blamed because that person is not really preparing for that weather. Yeah. Everything is a season. Yeah. For various reasons. And similar to the seasons which are going on outside, even we human being also go through certain different lows and highs in our life. Yeah, how many of you agree? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, all of us will have some highs or lows in our life, and for various reasons, different dimensions. But it's not about that. It's about how we are really preparing ourselves, how we are really balancing ourselves, how we are really, having that kind of awareness in a way that will not lose the balance. Yeah, will not be the thermometer, but yeah, it's really, affecting the children. That is the main point, right? So here there are two things, I wanted to see, and then, we'll conclude. The first and foremost, yes, like I said, that empowering emotions is going to create them, is going to enhance their higher faculties. Type HF in the chat box. Yeah. Higher faculties. We human being have a higher faculty as well as lower faculty. Means the faculty is someone who is going to instruct you. And whatever the instruction you receive, you'll just follow that. Okay. So what are the higher faculties? The imagination, creativity, yeah, the open communication. Yeah, few of you mentioned a few positive things, right? So whatever is really going to make you, whatever is going to create, whatever is going to enhance in a better way. So all those are the higher faculties, yeah. And human being, especially the children, as they grow, especially we need to be very, very watchful, of course, while the kid is inside the mommy's tummy, and even once the kid is born, and those are the very, very critical times. Yeah, right from, because every environment, every word, every feeling, or every thought you have, every conversation you have around the children, even though they are not really language developed by then, but still those are going to affect the children. Yeah, we want to be that responsive. That's why, when we say that, when the kid is born, you will feel some sort of divinity in that house. How many of you felt it, friends? Yeah, in case when you happen to go to a friend's house, or when you welcomed your own baby, you felt some sort of divinity there, because they come with a total pure 100% loving, lovable, 100% intelligent, 100% successful. They come with that freshness, and they're ready to just go and do. And if they can just be on themselves, they'll be able to really, really be awesome. And as a parent, that's why, Galil Gibran says one thing, right? Your children are not born by you, they come through you, right? So when they come through us, in the sense, like, it's much more responsibility that the creator created us to create something, to create better environment, to create better things, to create better relations, to create better possibilities, better opportunities around. Yeah. And then, in case if you're really creating in a negative way, and that affects, because why I also brought that, because the parents emotional well-being is very, very important, because that is going to affect the children either positively or negatively, directly, indirectly. Yeah, in all aspect, they will be the kind of victims. So we as a parent, how we can really be more responsible, first and foremost, how you can take care of your own emotional wellness. Yeah. So that one thing, I wanted to just highlight here. And then the second point is how we can really have that kind of good vibe. What are the possible ways we can really be more responsive? For example, in case if you are being a kind of reactive person, can you take a kind of commitment, at least in this session, that for the next 24 hours to 48 hours, yeah, that I'll be more responsible person. The responsibility, the word responsibility has the word response, right? I mean, it's the ability to respond, not react. Means, whereas you take ownership, you take charge of that moment, and you look at all the elements and then make the best possible decision through your awareness. Because only when that awareness is lacking, then you get into the negative emotion. How many of you agree? Give me a thumbs up. Yes, Senthil, Vanilla, Jaya, Balamani, yeah, Swapna, happy to have you, Swapna, Hari, Rani, yeah. You agree? Yeah. So only we want to, when that awareness expands, life expands. When that awareness is really awakened, the life awakening all automatically happens. Because how many of you feel that, you felt guilty that, the words which you should not have said, or the way you would have reacted, you would not have reacted? How many of you have that kind of, I'm sure, tons and tons of example in our life, right? So one or other way. And I want you to really challenge yourself that, is there a way I can just be more responsive? Yeah, means I'm not going to react. Yeah. And that is one thing, wanted to say that. And then how we can really safeguard from the negative empowerments, negative environments. I'll also talk about the kids. And I know it's a very, very big topic, and I've invested hours and hours, in this as a coach, as well as, I've been conducting a lot of similar things. I'm also, those who may not know, even though I'm from the IT background, I've done my MS psychotherapy and counseling. I've been in the counseling field for the past, 20 plus years, and with the international, clients, people, and been doing it, because there's one thing which is very, very important, that sometimes this simple emotion is driving people really, really crazy. Believe me, yeah. So there are even sometimes, if you don't really take the best care of that emotion, that's why people get into a lot of negative habits, yeah. Or they, instead of finding the right channel of being at peace, being at blissful, and then they got into wrong channels. I'm really, really thinking, worrying about okay, worry is not the right word. Worrying is the wastage of our emotion, imagination, I would say that. Because with the imagination is a high faculty. Yeah. And when we really imagine in a right way, we can really channelize even our children, even our youth in a right direction. Yeah. And there are so many things to distract the kids. How many of you agree? Yeah. Distractions are coming in multiple ways, and how we can really safeguard our kids from those distractions, from those negativities and things, right? So for which I wanna, because I'm also part of few other initiatives. I've been working with the University of Maryland and a few other things. I've been as a kind of visiting speakers in some of the events, and also even being a student and learning and attending few things also. So here I want to just take take you to some journey where what are the ways the children can self-care themselves, how as a parent we can really pay more attentive or be attentive about their emotion. Yeah, because it's so hard to imagine that people are really not taking the best care. If everybody takes the best care of themselves, then there's a less worry in life. How many of you agree? Yeah. So when the parents are really taking the best care of themselves, that means the happy parent, happy child. How many of you agree? The happy child, their happy life ahead. Yeah. So the more and more happy way we can build, how we can really build that kind of happy environment, starts all the way from the self-care, how we really self-care ourselves. Yeah, right from how we can really live the life more mindfully, how we can really find that me time, right? So that's why we conduct this morning sessions, right? So if you have the 24 hours, friends, okay, and for each of you, I'm just saying, or a kind of as a friendly note, can't you give just 1 hour for yourself? Yeah, that 1 hour of me time, that will really create a much that will take care of the rest of the 23 hours of our life, because that me time, right from in all high-fi areas of our life, right? So in the mental health, physical health, the prosperity health, and relationship health, legendary health in the way, in the sense, what we have come here for. Yeah. And similar to the satellites which have been launched into all other planets, we are the natural planet. We have been launched to this earth. How many of you agree? Yeah, it's a bulbant type view. Yeah, we are the natural planet, or natural satellite, who have been launched to this earth. Means we have come here for some unique purpose and unique work, and we want to really find out what we are really good at, what is our purpose, what is my calling, how I can really do it. So for that, getting that kind of me time is very important, with the kind of self-care, self-love. And one very powerful thing which I wanted to say is, we want to really live the life with much more gratitude. When I say gratitude, is an infinite gratitudes. So what all we can be really grateful for? Yeah, just list out a couple of things, friends. So what all we can be really grateful for? What do you all think? Just give me some words. What all we can be grateful for? See, there are two things can happen always, right? One is about we can be grateful, or we can complain. That complaint is starting from self-complaint, complaining on yourself. How many of you are feeling guilty? Type G in the chat box that you feel guilt because you complain yourself for certain things. Something maybe you didn't do it, but you wanted to do it, but you didn't do it. How many of you say that? Just type G. Have you ever felt guilt in your life? At least every day. More importantly, the moms. Unfortunately, moms are doing so much, but moms are getting into guilt mode. How many of you agree? Yeah. Yeah. Guilt. Yeah. So guilt is the worst, one of the lowest vibe emotion, which we should really get out of it. Yeah. We should really get out of it in a way that how we can really get out of. That's why I'm saying this, right? So there's one way, like one sentence I'll say, whatever I say for our early birds, right? The Energile early birds, we say, I'm just going to say or share the same secret to you all. Yeah. So anything you are feeling guilt. Have you ever felt guilt, friends? Yeah, I see only 2 responses. Wow, all others are not feeling guilt anytime. Yeah. Any of you felt as a guilt parent that you are not able to do much for your kids, or you would have done that? Or how many of you have the guilt child yourself that that you could not take care of your parents for this, that? I'm sure many. Yeah, don't say no. Yeah, high five. Yeah, I'm also going to show little tough love here. Okay, as a coach. Okay, so because we want to really be very open, frank, authentic, and then say that. And really, that the guilt is a one feel which is really very low emotion. Yeah, and we don't want to be in that state. And then to get out of the guilt, I'm just giving this statement. Yeah. Just think about that moment which created some sort of guilt in you. Yeah. In the past, whatever you had done. Yeah. Could be anything. Just bring one, whatever comes in your top of the mind. Yeah. And then look into this statement. Yeah. You can even note it down. Taking the entire situation into account. Entire situation in the sense, entire situation. Maybe whatever you could in that particular environment, taking the entire situation into account, whatever I had done or said, or the kind of damage, whatever you did, was the best you could ever do at that particular time, at that particular situation, at that particular environment. How many of you agree? Yeah. Means not that you're intentionally doing it. Intentionally, no one will do the mistake, right? Intentionally doing means it's only out of awareness or out of unconscious state or some thing, right? So knowingly you will not do. So same way. Now I'm telling about you. Now look at your kids. And have you ever made your kids to feel guilt? It's okay to feel, for them to feel guilt at times, but you need to immediately lift them up. Yeah, you need to immediately elevate, lift, or clear those negative emotions, because what happened in case if you are not clearing those negative emotions for the kids. So this is one thing. The same way, guilt, complaint. Yeah, we say, like in our Energile early birds, we follow a few things. We say strong no to 5 things at least. Yeah. What are the 5 things? Maybe one of our existing students can type here. Yeah. We say no complaint. Can we live a life with this at least 24 hours, no complaint? How many of you can commit? I type, I see, I commit, type here. Just when you're committing here, it's also you're committing to the universe. You're committing to the God or whatever the big source, you are really believing on, or committing to yourself. Yeah. Just say, I commit that no complaint for the next 24 hours. That includes no complaint on yourself too. No complaint on the kids. No complaint on your parents. No complaint on your spouse. No complaint on the weather. No complaint on several other things. Yeah. Any of you are ready for the challenge? Just give me a thumbs up. Similar to no reaction. The same way, no complaint. Yeah. At least make me happy. At least one person. High five. Yeah. No complaint. Okay. Thank you for the message. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. No complaint for next 24 hours. That's it. Just 24 hours. Yeah. Even if that happens, we will say, right, at least by by tightening my teeth also, at least I'll be just more mindful, and then let me not complain. Or even if you need to complain, maybe I'll give one release technique. Okay, this is also a very powerful emotion release technique. We have a lot of things, but I'll just say one thing. It's about journaling. At least you write it out. Whatever the journal you have, let no one read it. Even you don't read it. Once you write it, yeah, you can even burn it. You can even tear it into pieces, but just complain in the paper. All your emotions, put it in the paper, and then just trash it, right? So, okay, yeah, you commit. Awesome. I love those commitments. A big high five. Yeah, I'm giving you a virtual high five. Okay, cool. So, complain. this frustration, yeah, this guilt, and taking things personally, even though it has been said for somebody, but we taking things so personally, all these things. And also, what are the other things you feel, which is really the emotions which we should not live in, and we want to really let go to those emotions, and we want to be just watchful about these tiny little small things in life. And then we want to be aware that how are we really feeding any of those negative emotions directly, indirectly, or even, like, you should know, maybe you are not throwing that negative emotion in your kids. Unfortunately, the environment is. Maybe in their school, with their colleagues, or someone who bullied them, or someone who I mean, these days everything comes in the phone or the big screens, right? And the various ways, it can just come. So you want to really talk to them, listen to them, understand, what are the things. At least the basic thing. I'll say that Chanakya calls feelings is equal to God. Just type F equal to G. Feelings is equal to God. Means the kind of feelings whatever we bring in, either it can make us or break us. Very simple thing. And that it is creating some sort of vibration. It is having some sort of energy, and that energy, that vibration is going to affect the kids. And we want to be watchful, and we want to be the kind of cleanser. We as a parent, in case if we give, is completely okay, 100% okay to ask sorry, but the heartfelt sorry, to the kids, nothing wrong. It doesn't matter the age. One thing, there is another Tirukkural which I wanted to just say, is called Tammen Tammakkal Arivudaiman. Means the next generation is always more intelligent generations. Whomever we are. Means more than us, how many of you gracefully agree that our next generation is more intelligent than us? Give me one thumbs up. Yep. Any of you? All of you? Yes, absolutely right. So that way, it's not that we suddenly became parent for them. When the kid is born, like I said before, when the child is born, the parent also is born. And like the child is developing itself, the parent also is developing themselves. The parent also is learning the skills. How long we can learn? Till the lifelong we can learn. Till the last breath we can learn. So that's why we all can be the kind of lifelong learner. And in here I wanted to say one more thing, that kids are work in progress. Just type WIP in the chat. WIP. Kids are work in progress. The same way, parents also are work in progress. Adults also are work in progress. You agree? Not just that, this entire globe is work in progress. The earth is work in progress. Even though it is 4.3 plus billion years old, still that is also work in progress. Is continue evolving, right? The same way, we want to have that kind of build the patience, persistence, and tolerance. That okay, they are work in progress. We want to really have that kind of thing, and then even see to them, and being really open, alert, attentive, being really humble, vulnerable. That always helps them to be, because knowingly, unknowingly, we act as a mirror for them. Type yum in the chat box, or mirror. Or type I am a mirror. I am a mirror. So each of us are the mirror for our own kids. Means what is mirror? Mirror will just show themselves to them. When we bring any sort of emotion to us, the kids are watching us. So kids are not grown only by listening to what we say. Kids are born. No, kids are growing based on how we are. Knowingly, unknowingly, we have been a role model. Whether we are setting ourselves as a positive role model, negative role model, is up to us. You'll agree? How many of you it's a bulbon? Type BO, bulbon. Means it's so very important that how we really show up to them every day, in every way, in all the words we say, all our enthusiasm, and any sort of problems we get also. Sometimes it's okay even to discuss certain problems what you go through with the children. So that ask them, if how you would take care of this solution. What do you think the possible options are? And many times, we think as adults, we always want to just pour all the solutions to them. Rather, just present the solution problem and then let them come up with their own solution also. And then you add to them. It's a kind of co-creation. Type CC. Life is about co-creation. It's not just, one person dictate, other person to follow. How many of you agree? Sometimes, it might even hit you hard. Bear with me. Yeah. It is a co-creation. The parenting is a co-creation. Yeah. The child's input, parents' input, joining together and creating. Yeah. And kids are Thomas. Okay. Let me come back to the Thomas Alva Edison's mother, right? So when his teacher complained to Edison's mom that your son is not fit to anything, he's not really this grasping power is so low, he's not able to and then his mom takes challenge, takes the responsibility. That's why we say parents are the first teachers for the children, teachers are the second parent. How many of you agree? Yeah, high five. Yeah, parents are the first teachers for the children, and then teachers are the second parent. So that responsibility, when I say teacher, anybody who creates a kind of impact are the teachers, I would say, either positively or negatively, indirectly, directly. We are going to, or consciously, subconsciously, we are always kind of impacting, creating the impact through our actions. We want to be careful and watchful about it. Then the other thing I wanted to say about the in the child's development, emotion development. Yeah. One is about how we allow them to do the mistake. Many parents do not want them to do the mistake. Even I have been in that case earlier. Yeah. If we don't allow them to do the mistake, how they will learn? Have we ever not done any mistake ourselves? Yeah. So we want to have it. That's why there's always a pencil, paper, and also there's an eraser. And we don't want that eraser to be used at all. Yeah. It's okay not to be okay. Yeah. What is that? Type, especially our newbies can just type here. Yeah. Those our existing students, they already are super masters in this. Yeah. It's okay not to be okay. So when it's okay that, they do the mistake. It's okay, we allow them to do that. But we don't want the same mistake to be done, because that means it needs something. So coming back to the mirror means we are the co-creator. We are the accountability partners. We are the friends, peers, and the one who's the go-to person. Just type GTP, yeah, go-to person. So we should be the first one for them as a go-to person. Even if they are going through any sort of emotional challenge or anything, because recently there are some incidents, right? So in a place, where I live also, I get to see or, go attend certain funerals and things. And it's so hard, to see the parents who are really struggling going through that. Or, I cannot reveal any names or anything here, but, there are people who are going through that, the kids are going through some drugs related challenges, or the other, sex related, challenges that at a younger age, and so many things which I cannot even talk here. Yeah, because I've been in a counseling, coaching, and many people, and there are lots and lots of challenges people go through. Yeah, and if we as a parent, so there's a saying, there's a truth about the truth is, even if you're shaking, say the truth. If we can let that, to our kids also, even if they are shaking, let them say the truth. If we are really, having the ears to listen with a kind of compassionate care, that's why, sometimes we have to wear different hats, right? Like sometimes as a friend, or many times as a friend. I see myself as 100% is a friendship also, right? As a parent. At times, we are the teachers. At times, we are the sibling. At times, we are the grandparent. We can take multiple roles. At times, we are the student. We'll just learn from them. Yeah, and they are ready to teach. If we are ready to be the student, the world is ready to teach. Even your difficulties is ready to teach. The life is ready to teach, right? Only that we want to be ready. So coming back, we want to be the kind of accountability partner for them. Yeah. And then we want to see that what are the challenges they go through? We need to understand that. If we can really understand that, then we can understand the emotion part of it. The challenges with respect to physiological challenges, they go through that because every cell is kind of mutating. Even for adult, as we grow old, yeah, they are also growing old. Means at a different age, different things, right? Especially as adolescent, yeah, they go through this biological growth, psychological growth, social growth, emotional growth, family, school. There are a lot of things, environmental things, are really, really making them and feeding them. So at a time, this was Stephen Covey so beautifully says in his book, right? In 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he categorizes, especially when we look at from the parenting element or for the children element, we can look into these 3 ways, right? So one is the born as a dependent. They're completely dependent, right? Right from feeding the baby to all other things we have to take care of as a parent. And then that's only up to certain level. In fact, I know some parents, or I have even tried myself, made we along with my wife made certain attempts that to give them to make them to face the fear much early stage, to make them to be independent, and whatever, even at the young early age, we all know that whether it's a Kutraleswaran, there are some people, or even at the younger age, people are just coming out as a leader even before their 5th age 5. Yeah, is it possible? If it is possible by one kid, definitely it's possible for any kid. Only that kind of environment needs to be created. That's the point here, right? So we want to understand, yeah, so they born as a dependent. The second stage is independent. Yeah, then how we really how we make the kids to go for bathroom themselves, how we really allow them, to brush themselves, or to dress up themselves, to get ready themselves, to start driving themselves, right? These are the different ways where we make them independent. That's the second stage. How much ever earlier possible, if we can make them from dependent to independent, is good for them more than good for you. How many of you agree? Yeah, give me one thumbs up. Yeah, give me one thumbs up. Yeah, a virtual thumbs up, or just type yeah, agree. Yeah. The sooner we get them independent to do their own thing, even with respect to decision making, even with respect to some sort of discussion, even with respect to, you don't need to tell them that, okay, come talk to uncle or auntie. Let them just talk themselves. Or is there a way we can even create, and we put them into a little, even though they may not like it, but still we want to really put them that kind of environment, whereas it's really grooming them, growing them, and get them out. Yeah, this is a couple of things. And then from independent, don't live there. Here, there's some sort of Western thing. I don't want to really pinpoint one or two cultures, but in general, in the name of independence, they are left alone as what to say, they get into their own shell. We should not do that mistake. Stephen Covey so beautifully says that from independent, bring them to interdependent. How many of you agree, friends? Yeah. Type ID, interdependent. That interdependent is, yes, they know how to take care of themselves. They're also still getting back into the co-creating environment. So when the sooner they get into that kind of co-creating space, means as a parent, okay, taking any decision, they're also consulting with you. They are really very open, brave enough to say, share whatever they feel very openly. Yeah, especially here, kids are very, very brave and independent, and they're really open to talk. I don't know, even in our times we have been like that. Yes, give a smile if you can relate with what I say, right? Even we were not so open, we cannot even talk certain things, right? So but our kids are, they're okay. Like I just want to say this thing, right? Agree to disagree. How many of you are agree to disagree, parent? Give me thumbs up. Yeah, I want to give a real special kudos to you. If you are really agreeing to disagree, our kids are already, are they really teaching us how they can really agree to disagree? And because we want to create the kind of environment so that they can become that interdependent. Yeah. Okay. So one is, we want to understand that the kids are going through a lot of challenges. Yeah. And especially the teen's brain is getting matured with multiple things happening at a time. That's why we call as different hormone challenges, this, that, we name it differently, but I'm talking from the brain aspect of it. Yeah. So there are a lot of, absorbs a lot of way. That's why you might have noticed that, as they become teen, they are becoming more independent. They are becoming more, they started resisting. How many of you noticed that, kids started resisting? So far, they were listening to you. Suddenly, they started resisting you. Yeah. Give me thumbs up. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, come on, come on. Engagement is transformation. Yeah. Let's engage ourselves. Yeah. Give me one thumbs up. Yeah. And it's completely okay. It's completely okay. Wanna really see. And then there are a lot of things which are changing, but due to time, I'll do maybe whenever I do this in-depth workshop, I'll just take you through and how we can really understand that. But all I want to say is at a high level that they are going through some sort of challenges. Yeah. Then coming to the mental health. This is physical health, mental health. What is this? Separate? No, it's not separate. Yeah. Even though it looks like separate, even though we can say that, yeah, body, mind, spirit, body, mind, and soul separate, but all are integrated. It's all not fragmented. Yeah. Type NF, if you understand that it's non-fragmental. Non-fragmental means it's not like mind is separate, body is separate, and thing. It's all, body has a mind in it. That's why we call it a biomemory. That's why there is a bio reactions. So I'm also a kind of NLP expert and help many people to come out of their fears, phobias, and help them, to change their limiting beliefs or the belief patterns, or sometimes people, it takes whole lot of time for them to find the growth. So those who are part of our Energile family, they know that whatever the growth what you wanted to see, or what has been pending for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, for some people even 40 plus years, they can really get into that sooner. There are a number of ways, techniques, or things are there that you can get out of it. So there's a difference between fear and phobia. Any of you want to just say, give a try? What is the difference between fear and phobia? Just type here without the help of Chat GPT or Google. Yeah, hi. Yeah. Fear is something more with the mind. Yeah. The phobia is also with the body level impact. Fear also has that body thing, but those who are in phobia, they really shiver. Have you seen some people urinate when they go to the extreme fear? Have you noticed? Yeah. Even as adults, it's possible, because till they get healed, get out of it. That's why there's one mission which we are working on. It's called Mission to Heal Millions. Yeah. And I'm also a healer into multiple areas. Not many people may know, but I've been doing it. And there's one particular thing is about, we can really so safely, so beautifully, we can cleanse them from their emotion is separate. So how nice it would be. Just think about, just imagine in a way that you as a human being, as a body, how you identify yourself, and then you get some sort of reactions, for example, or some sort of emotion, negative emotion. I call it as a distress too, right? We call it distress. Assume that I am separate from the distress. That's why, as a healer, it's so very important that I have to protect myself too. Because I heal a lot of people with a lot of challenges, either they go through the mind-related, body-related, or various relationship-related, or other challenges. It's so very important. Like, is it not fair that the doctor has to protect himself before he serves, or to serve more patients, yeah, or more people? Yeah, the same way, the healer also needs to protect certain energy the same way. So one way of protecting is to keep that emotion separate, the fact is separate. Fact, just always, even in the questions, when people ask, more than getting through the events and getting through those other things, identify, like, even as a parent, saying that one thing for their emotional well-being of our kids, we need to see the kid as a super amazing kid. That means by nature, my kid is 100% loving, lovable. 100% intelligent, 100% zestful. ZEST means it's a curiosity, who is having the natural power, natural enthusiasm, natural way of, expressing themselves, that way. The same way, we need to really, really clearly identify. If the kid is crying, not that, your kid is going through some sort of, what is it? It's a sad kid or angry kid. Many times, even we adults are identified. How many of you agree that, if you're showing the emotion called anger, they call you as an angry person. Just give one smile or give one thumbs up. Yeah. If you're really bringing some sort of emotion and then they call you, they identify you as an emotion. How many of you agree? Come on, friends. This has never been like this, Come on. Like always, my sessions, we want people to really, really engage. Yeah, I'm going to really ask. Yeah, yes. Yeah, thank you, Jaya. And you don't want to be identified as an emotion, like an emotional person. We human being, as a supreme being, yeah, we have those emotions. Not that emotion is us. How many of you are getting it, friends? That emotion, I have that emotion called anger. I get or not have. Okay. I get that emotion as an anger. I get emotion as sadness, or I get emotion as this. Means that emotions are, there's a very big list of emotions. I don't want to bring it right now due to the time. But you should know that it's something like the dress I wear. The dress cannot become me. Even though the dress and myself are really associated with me, I can just change the dress. The same way I can change the emotion. If it is a kind of very mud filled or a kind of very dusty dress, to safeguard the dress, I cannot throw it just because it's a mud. The same way, when your kids are doing something wrong or they're showing some sort of emotions, you don't need to really blast them, right? So what you wanted to do was, sometimes they have to go through this washing machine process. The washing machine process in the sense, like, this dress, if I want it, yeah, I want the same dress, but I cannot wear it all the day, all the time, just because I like it, just because someone gifted me, yeah, my family gifted me in India. I cannot just do it, but I cannot throw it just because. And then I just wash it. I still take care of the dress, as long as I get the dust off from me. Yeah, just type DO, dust off. Yeah, we all need to know, first of all, as a parent, we need to dust off ourselves. We need to help them, help our kids, help our children to get the dust off. Yeah, type DO. I'm looking for 100% responses, friends. Come on. Yeah, I know few of you are doing multi-work, multitasking. Yes, just type DO, do. Yeah, just yeah, high five. Yeah, thank you for those. Yeah, dust off. Can we be their accountability partner to get the dust off? Can we not identify them as the dust for whatever reason? Just because whatever the emotion they go through, either internally or externally. Yeah. And we want to just be their accountability partner or the kind of caring person who can really get the dust off. The same way, to get there, to separate the emotion from the person. Because if you really tag that emotion and the being together, then you always feel that it's a total mess. That's why the emotional people are really two words, friends. There's a word called sensitive. All those sensations are not emotions. Okay. So some people are sensitive. How many of you notice that people are really sensitive? Sometimes, some sound they cannot bear. Yeah. Even though somewhere it is happening. Even after 2 streets, also people can really sense some smell, some sound. Because there's something called, I don't want to go in detail. There's a lot of NLP techniques are behind it. There's something called a back, we say that, right? Visual, auditory, kinesthetic. There are a number of ways, right? So these senses are different, unique for every individual. And we will be sensitive on few things, but not on emotion. Emotions are self-created. It's a manufactured. So, yeah, maybe we'll conclude in next 7 minutes or so. Those are just a kind of manufactured. You can always remanufacture. with the different things. For example, on simple example, I'll say, okay, assume that you are a garment owner or a garment factory, you have it. Yeah. Any of you are from the garment factory or garment background, just give me a thumbs up. Or it can be any background. Yeah. So there's some particular garments will really go good. Yeah, okay. And in that case, you want to really sell them more. So you will produce more of what really works well, right? And what is needed and what is really useful. Yeah. You want to do that. The same way, you want to engage the emotions which are really helpful to your family, to your kids. How many of you agree? Even though it looks very generic, but it's a core. Whatever I'm talking is a very, very core. If you can really take care of your feelings, take care of your emotions, take care of the emotions for your kids, your well-being is automatically taken care. That the well-being of you, well-being of the family, well-being of their future, and because they are going to be the parents for their kids, they're going to be the grandparents for their kids, and in that way, like we are in between multiple generations. And it's something like a different island. Yeah, the past generation is a different island, future generation different island, and the two they come from multiple islands. Like I said, that at least 7 generations of impact will be more influential on them, even more also. That's why even in Indian terms, there are many things they call it as a 7 Janma or 7 Janmas. They usually link with that. There's a science also behind it. Okay, so now you wanted to know. You wanted to be a master at your emotions. Just type master of my emotions. I am a master of my emotions. I am, okay, I am OM. I am master of my emotions. I am OME. Yeah. I am a master of my emotions. Once we know, once you really, for that, we call it as a focusing the focus, watching the watcher. So you want to be the observer. There's some thought audit process we do it in our morning sessions. Yeah, many people who have been practicing for 400 plus days, and a few of them are here. Yeah, and maybe I'll ask maybe 1 or 2 of you can just talk about your experience. How the morning sessions are happening. Yeah, or what you get, basically the result what you get may not be the process. Yeah, so you want to really be able to separate your emotion is separate and the real being, inner core, inner pure core. Yeah. IPC, type IPC. Yeah. Inner pure core. Yeah. IPC. Inner pure core. This inner pure core is here, which should really win through the emotions around us. Yeah. And then once we really win through it, we can also be a listener for someone, because some people are really auditory person, some people are visual person, some people are really kinesthetic person. We need to really understand that. And as a parent, let me tell you, as a parent, it's important that you are a master at all 3. To your visual, kinesthetic is like touch and feel, the kisses, the hugs to your children, a pat on the back, just waving the hair, or some sort of holding the hand, just showing them that I am there with you. These are kind of kinesthetic. Your auditory is about more listening, more being watchful about how you're really raising your voice or you're talking in the normal tone, because knowingly unknowingly you're passing your emotion to them. And that emotion, because the brain development happens for the kids, they don't know, because you are maybe 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, you are just throwing your that bundled emotional fireball onto them. Yeah, it could be a word, it could be out of anger, it could be things, but they are so little one, they're just coming out, they're just growing, and they cannot really hold that big volcano into them. You get my point, right? Because knowingly, unknowingly, that is going to create some sort of emotional earthquake for them. And that earthquake is going to really, create some sort of, a big thing. So we want to be really watchful about it. And also when they go through also, we want to be the person, and there are the number of ways you can handle it, right? So something like, you go take shower, or you journal it down. There are a number of ways, we say, right? So there are a lot more deeper to it. Maybe whenever we do the future workshops, feel free to join, we'll do it. I want to make it, more engaging, more thing. I can also give some sort of exercises. You can do it right live. So we call it as a kind of, boot camp, whereas, you'll be having that kind of, direct experience and, going through it. So then, because the emotions are going to affect their functions, day-to-day functions. We want to be watchful about it. And also we want to see, is it really, because the emotion, if you are not really super aware of it, if you're not really watching it, it can turn out as an anxiety. How many of you are having that anxiety? Just give me one thumbs up. You're going through some sort of anxiety challenges. We'll have, more sessions or more deeper healing in future. But I'm just asking, is there anyone? Oh, wow, not even one person. Congratulations. Be blessed. Yeah. And how many of you are feeling desperate about, achieving something? Like desperation is different. Your enthusiasm is different. Desperation is different. You're desperate because the desperation is totally opposite to the attractions. Opposite to, it's not a real good feel. And many times the desperation brings some kind of anxiety or kind of stress. And one thing, mind has a body in it, body has a mind in it, in a way that it will have a effect, because the more you are worried, for example, the more you are fearful, is going to create a lot of stomach problem. The more you really create some sort of stress, tension, you get into thyroid, you get into this back pain issues and various other things. So there are a lot of maybe, in future I'll do, or I can even share that, one link here, that, how the different emotions can affect your physiology. Yeah. And we wanted to be very watchful. And then through your physiology, you can also change that emotion. The way just, just do some sort of, jumping jackie, or go for a walk, run, or dance, and, break out. And then also you can manufacture that different positive emotions. Yeah, that's why in say, there are a lot of, rituals in India, right? So we follow different rituals. Some rituals like a bhajan, when they get into some sort of kirtan, when they sing, they really, basically what? They are not really, rechannelizing their mind or focus into, you remember, where focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, everything grows. If your focus is on the worries and other things, then it's going to affect. It's like, you're just passing on some wrong signals to the body, because they will really absorb all those emotions. And you need to rechannelize that emotion. The same way we need to help our children also to rechannelize that emotions in something good. That's why every kid I would highly recommend to have something to do with the physiological activity. Yeah. It could be some dance, it could be some walk, run, or it could be some sort of, baseball, soccer, whatever they could do. Yeah. Or swimming. Yeah. Some sort of, at least that should be part of their embedded habit for the kids. And then one for the mind. It could be the singing, it could be music instrument, it could be, they're really the natural enthusiast, or something, they're really doing something, really they feel good at their mind. Yeah. And then they should really, should help as a parent to find their purpose, that to get and jump into their uniqueness, so that, they bring the unique value out of them, and then they'll be able to be themselves. And I don't want you to do that kind of, what is that? They are not here to carry the mountains of unrealized fulfillments of us, or unrealized dreams of us, just because you didn't achieve it, or just because you didn't get it. I'm not saying in the other way. For example, you worked hard, you really struggled. You don't want your kids to struggle. That's okay. But I don't want you to carry your dreams into them, even though they are really, the elephant brain, but you're really making them as maybe some other animals, for example. I mean, we all need to be ourselves. That means they have come here for themselves. That means we need to really help them to make a decision. We can give the inputs. We can be, we can just give this power. It's like, I am with you, more power to you, infinite power to you. I am here. So with me, you can feel more stronger. That is the kind of, thing what we want to say. They should not feel that, oh my God, if I say or share about this dream with my dad or mom, what will happen? Either they should not get a feel that my parents are not with me directly, indirectly. How many of you it's a bulb on? Just give me one thumbs up. They should not get a feel how I can really talk about it with my dad or mom. If you're not really being that kind of go-to parent or go-to person or go-to psychologist, then something sincerely wrong. Yeah, means we need to really, really be watchful about those factors. They're smart. Yeah, right? They'll be able to really communicate. But many times we need to read in between lines. There are certain words which they don't say, but we should be able to read that. That's what, and many times, just being you don't need to know what's going on also. At least give them the power that I am with you. Yeah, type I am with you, I am with you, just here. Yeah, I am with you. And when you give that kind of I am with you feel, that gives the kind of support, right? Even in this we say, right? Don't say, oh God, I have a big problem. Rather say, hey, problem, I have a big God. Yeah, or it's a divine, or it's my family, my friend. How many of you feel, friends? Yeah, with this I will conclude. How many of you feel, if you have that, at least that one friend whom you can trust, you feel more stronger? You just pick, you go through some sort of challenge or problem, and then you're just dialing that particular number. Your friend is calling or taking. I mean, you're just, or your own spouse, or your own friend, your own peer. And many times your own kids can be your own counselors. How many of you agree, friends? Yeah, give me one love symbol here. Yeah, if you're really blessed to have at least one person in this world, doesn't matter what relationship they have with you. They can be your friend, they can be your mom, friend, neighbor, past colleague, doesn't matter. But you have, and you are blessed. Type blessed, blessed, blessed in the chat box. And all my question is, can you be such a blessing for your kid, for your spouse, for your friends, for your colleagues, for your community member? Yeah. Can we be? We always want someone else to be for us. That's why I said that in the initial exercise which I gave. Yeah, write it down, you know down, right? And is what we expect from others. How about that thing you be so that you be the magnet of the miracles, magnet of attractions, more than waiting. So with that note, I'll just conclude. If any of you have any big questions or anything, you can ask. The two things are announcement. I'll just make it, and then I will just conclude. Yeah. How was it? Yeah. So feel free to come on video. Just open the window. Like I opened the window. See, there's a window here. I can also lock it. I just opened it for you. You feel the difference, right? How do you feel this energy this time? How do you feel the energy this time? You feel the difference? Give a thumbs up. Let me see, at least one or two brave souls are going to open their window and show their beautiful face for me. Yes, who wanna? How was the session for you? No worries, even if you are not camera ready. Of course, you can be camera ready anytime. I'll tell you one thing, right? Okay. I'll just keep going on, but I'll just stop. Mahendiran, stop. Okay, you can cover later. Okay, because I'm very abundant person. I'll just love to. Okay, so this one thing, note it down. Everybody note down. This one thing you can really, really shift your life, elevate your life. In case if you are in that kind of lower self-esteem, and we should never let our kids to have this lower self-esteem. And you as an adult also should never be in that kind of lower self-esteem. That self-esteem, I'll tell an example, okay? One example. How many of you want that examples? Okay. Are you okay if I can extend for another 8 minutes, including question and answer, including announcement, we will complete. Yeah, 8 minutes you can be with me. Just type with you. Type WU or with you. Yeah, with you. How many of you? I'm going to share some real wisdom. Yeah. For those who are typing. with you. All right, cool. Yeah, even if you're listening in the YouTube, just type with you here. Okay. And if you're listening also, friends, always listen that it's not one to many. It's a one to one. For example, this is between Mahendiran and Jaya, Mahendiran and Balamani, Mahendiran and Balaji, Mahendiran and Swapna, Mahendiran and Rani, Mahendiran and Preeti, Mahendiran and Aswini, Mahendiran and Vinila, Mahendiran and my wife also is listening to it, Mahendiran and Jamana. Means always any learning, always treat it as one-on-one. Don't get associated. If it is a kind of one to many, always our mindset will go as, okay, this is set for somebody else. It's set for somebody else. The life is always happening for us. There's a beautiful song, right? I'll also translate it. Ulagam perandadu enaka, which means the world is born for me. Whenever we get into that, then we'll get grounded. Basically, we'll be able to make a connection to that. If not, it will not be connected. That's why. Okay, what I was saying that, yeah, I was able to share something. What is that I wanted to say? Self-esteem. If we want to really build, grow the kids with a higher self-esteem. How many of you agree? Type 100% in the chat box. Or give you one thumbs up. Yes, Ashwini, you agree? Vinila, Preeti, Rani, Sapna, Jaya, Balaji. Yeah, okay. All of you agree? Yes. Okay, cool. The self-esteem, I'll tell you one example. Here, whomever, I'm not going to, you don't need to answer for this, but I'm asking you to just think yourself. Okay. I may give a little, what is that? Little crazy example also, don't mind. Okay. Don't mind. Yeah. You can forgive me. Yeah. Just type, I forgive you. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Everything is going to decide about your self-esteem. For example, even the way you dress, even when you are inside the house, is going to tell about your self-esteem. The way you keep your wallet is going to tell about your self-esteem. The way some people, I'm not telling for everybody, some people even, they think that, okay, the innerwear is just, all, only I can see it. Nobody else can see it. Yeah. So they're okay. But they really, make it really, what to say, they live that kind of life which they wanted to live only for others, not for themselves. They all go through the self-esteem issues. Or the people who are really keeping things little unorganized or what to say. Whereas we all are meant to live the king life, queen life. How many of you want to live? If you're a man, you want to have the K code, type K code. Yeah. If you're a woman, you want to live the Q code, means queen. We all deserve to live as a king or queen. You agree? How many of you agree, friends? Thumbs up. Give me one thumbs up. Yeah. If you're not really live our life as, at least for yourself, live about what others think about you, say about you. Don't worry about it. Yeah. It is their life. It is our life. Yeah. And you want to really live, you want to have that kind of K code for yourself. Even how others are, when they get into the house, how they keep one chapel here, one chapel there, right now. If you are the person, you want to really keep it, because that's a kind of signature. In every action, whatever we take, we can have our signature there. Yeah. So that way, just be mindful about, for example, why I brought this point. Even in the night dress, when someone comes to your house, okay, and they need some sort of emergency, whereas you need to go help them out. If you say, right, I'm just saying that, like one of the things I learned also, I'm just saying, if you say that I'll just go change my dress and come, that means you're not really, what to say, still you're going through the self-esteem. How many of you? It's a bulb on, yeah, type Vivo or give one fire sign or something. It's that serious. I'm saying means you need to be comfortable. You need to be comfortable. Always be ready. When I say, I'm not saying that wear the suit and then you just be there at house. I'm not saying that. So when I said about the camera thing, I'm just saying that way. Whenever you are really, just always be ready to be present. Even at home, I'm telling you, like I'm empowering or creating a lot of I'm mentoring many women entrepreneurs, especially the home entrepreneurs. And that's one thing I'd say, that even the way they dress up and show up, it's a brand for themselves. I used to tell them, even at the house. See, I'm just telling you, okay. So few, I think I already got some permission, right, to forgive. Yeah, few things. I'm telling you, the kind of dress, whatever you have, okay. I'm just saying, as a parenting perspective, also, I'm just saying that because we are also, modeling our kids, right? From that perspective, also, I'm saying, okay, don't mind. It's not like anything personal. Don't take it personally. But I'm saying in a way that we bought so much of dresses inside, but as if the dresses are meant only to show to the external world. Even when you are at our house, we can still dress neat and so be presentable. How many of you agree? Yeah. Thumbs up. Yeah. Wherever it is, whatever we do, we can still be presentable. We can still be opinion creators. We can still, share certain things which will really make and shift. Your presence can be the present for the people around you. How many of you agree? Your presence, just because you are there in a community or in a place or in your house or anywhere, your presence, because of your presence, it created some light there. It created some hope there. It created some possibility there. Yeah, how many of us want to live? That is the one I'm talking about, the high self-esteem. Yeah. Only when you believe something higher on yourself, the world also will believe in you. I'm not talking about the opinion makers, just few 4 or 5 people who are talking or sharing some negative comments or negative things. Just I'm not talking about that. I'm talking in general, whether it is creating some sort of positive vibe and creates the positive thing. And in that case, when you give a self-approval yourself, that's the thing I was talking about it in the self-care, self-respect, for the children. When we wanted to do that, we want to really, you respect yourself so that you can even earn the respect from others. Yeah, type ETR, earn the respect. Yeah. So we want our kids also to get that kind of and in the respect. Yeah. So with this, I'll just conclude. Anybody has any question? If not, we'll conclude. I just want a couple of feedback so that it will help me to see that how many sessions I can further conduct. You want more of this? How many of you want more of this? And more deeper, more. All right. Yeah. Even if you cannot, if you can unmute and talk, I would appreciate it. Just a couple of just one liner, one word also you can say. Was it? Yeah. Yeah. So say that, in the meanwhile, 2 announcements, whatever I wanted to make it. One announcement is, we are going to bring some youth empowerment related program. Yeah. And so stay tuned, look for this, the similar workshop, what we are going to do for the youth, and how they can really be great at their goal setting, their emotion handling, and their leadership development, and how they can really be a shining speaker and great communicator, and various other aspects what we wanted to do. The other thing is also about parenting related. Yeah, so we're going to do a lot of parenting related thing also. So this two, and the third one, of course, we have our month. I mean, every day this 5 a.m. I mean, we do it at a 5:30. So 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. We'll have some special session. So you all are welcome to be part of it. So those who wanna take that journey, you are welcome. Yeah, at least you have to show at least for 7 days. That's the minimum commitment. So that when we offer it for free, we want really people to get the benefit also. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah. So we'll just get to hear maybe 1 or 2 of you just say, talk. Or was it? What are the certain key takeaways? At least 1 or 2 pointers you take it to your home from this session. Between 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, what score you can give me for this session? You can be very open, frank. I'm not going to judge you, or I'm not going to point. Yeah. Be very open and say how much value you got out of it from this session. Oh, 10. Hey, thank you, Jaya. Thank you, Rani. Yeah. How about others? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, your takeaway is awesome. I want to be a good parent. If I'm happy, my kids will be happy. Super. Yeah, the same way. If you are healthy, your family is healthy. Kids are healthy. If you are strong, your kids are strong. Your family is strong. Yeah. If you are at peace, your kids are also at peace. Family also is at peace. Beautiful. High five. Yeah. If they are happy, I'll be happy. It's the cycle. I want to be a good parent and good person. Beautiful, beautiful, Palamani. High five. Yeah. So you are welcome to be part of our Energile journey. There are a lot of we are doing. Yeah, sure, Jaya. Super. All right, feeling strong. Thank you so much for helping. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. All right. Anybody else want to say? Vinila, you'll be able to talk. I'm just trying to see any other members are here. Just briefly, like what results you can create, you could create here in being part of the Energile member. Whether you can talk for 1 minute.
Hi, Mahendiran. Yes, yeah, I was about to take my son to soccer class, so I was getting things ready. But
Awesome.
definitely, it really helps me ground myself and see where I need to improve and you know have my cup filled first. Attending your sessions, that's what it gives me, and that's how I'm able to give to my family. That's all I can say. But thank you, Mahendran.
Thank you. Most welcome. All right. Anybody else want to say anything? Balaji, would you be able to talk? Unmute and speak. So glad you could join. Yeah. The same way, Jaya. I think Jaya is on travel.
Yeah, I mean, I will, yeah, at some point in time later on, I will, today I was just listening in. Thank you. I mean, you're doing a lot of things and appreciate it.
Thank you, Balaji. Thanks for joining. Yes, Preeti, would you like to share a few words about the session? Thank you for being the early bird.
Yeah, no, lots of good things to think about and apply. Thank you.
All right, most welcome. Thank you so much for joining. All right, with that note, we'll conclude. Until see you again. Chin up, cheer up, and keep shining. Stay tuned. I hope you all joined our masterminds WhatsApp group also, so that you'll get notified automatically. So going forward, I want to just do it, give more values. Every week at least I'm thinking about one webinar, even though we do the daily values. This is more of reaching out the community and helping them out, and also how we can really together create much better, greater world. I am really working with a big vision to create a new leadership for the new era in all areas of our life. So as a coach, I believe it's my highest responsibility to give back to the community. Thank you so much for each of you for joining. See you all on top. Yes, Rani Raja.
Oh, I just want to thank you, Mahendra. It's very informative, and I changed. I mean, my mindset has changed. I had a different mindset before, so this was very informative, and it's gonna help me further in, better raising my kids. So, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So, where you joined from? Which city?
I'm in Herndon.
Oh, in Herndon. All right. Awesome. Good. Yeah, I also live in Herndon only. Yeah, beautiful. Good to know that.
Good to know. Thank you.
Balamani, how about, okay, Balamani sent a message, but if you want, you can talk. Unmute and speak, Balamani.
So sorry, today my throat is not.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Thanks for playing active role. Yeah, I mean, you're very active in engaging in the chat.
Yeah. Thank you for helping.
Sure. Yeah. So now future sessions, feel free to, forward to your other neighbors, friends, and community groups so that let's create more. How many of you feel that, this session would have been more helpful for anybody who attends, any parent who could attend? Yeah. Thank you. yeah, we want to really, reach out and do more. Yeah. So stay tuned for those who are living in Maryland, Virginia, DC area. We'll also do some physical meetups. Yeah, stay tuned. All right. See you all on top. See you. Take care.